Hi there, lovely people. Good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. It's around 11 a.m. here. I woke up a bit late. Today I was not feeling all that well. Didn't go for a morning walk, so just had breakfast and coffee. So I thought, let's just do a couple of reviews for you. So winter is fading away in Bangladesh. Those who live in Bangladesh or this part of the world, we are very lucky to get some cold weathers in a very hot and humid geographic location. So it was a good year of winter almost, but we are still rocking our winter fragrances. But that haze, rather like the fog, as well as the chill, it's kind of gone. So you actually can sniff almost spring slash summer is coming up soon. After February, it will start warm up very soon. So I want to do one review that is a Powerhouse fragrance. This is a classic fragrance. This is one of the fragrances I look for 6 years, and I ended up buying the female version of it, which I reviewed, but I have finally scored. When you go around, if you have a goodwill, if you have a, like, not goodwill hunting, what is that? Wishful thinking that, I might find a, gem somewhere in one of the shops. If you walk around, spend some time, go shopping, you end up scoring some fragrance, which in recent times I have done. So today I'll be looking at a fragrance. I bought sort of like a gift set this perfume. It's called Elizabeth Taylor's Passion for Men. Those who are from this era of 80s, this is 89 release, I think, 1989. Many of you were not even born then. We were around 8 years old that time. I think 89 or 87, I don't remember exact year, but 80s, right? So this is 80s baby. So I believe I have a very old batch. I'll show you what I mean. So I have like an aftershave, then I have the perfume. So let me show you first of all what I got before I reviewed. This is Elizabeth Taylor's Passion for Women. I have a small bottle. You can find these sometimes, in different shops, like the shops who have been in the business for many years. They have sometimes, some vintage fragrances they keep. Like I'm pretty sure they sell overseas in USA, in Amazon I've seen, but in Bangladesh these are a bit rare nowadays. So I ended up buying this thinking this was the men's version, but this smells really nice. This is actually animalic, bit floral, heavy. It's sweet. So this fragrance basically is a powdery, very much like Poison, the green bottle of Dior. It's similar to that. So I was a bit sad because I thought that's the men's one, but I never found the men's one. So there's a story. There was a guy when I came here first, okay, in Bangladesh in 2016, like not first, came back from Malaysia. So there's this brother, he came to meet up with me, he was like, I'm a big fan of your work, brother. Can we meet up at Sterling Enterprise one time? I'm like, I'm not taking his name because he likes to stay kind of like anonymous or random, right? So this brother, he is very passionate about cars, perfume. So he brought this perfume alongside few other ones just to show me. And I was really surprised at how this fragrance smells so vintage. So this was the fragrance he brought me, and he said, this is so rare. I never seen it anywhere in Bangladesh until now. One shop I took it. So this is the box, first of all. Look at that. Is there anything modern about this? No. This is so vintage, and even this color you see, there's a reason for this color to be here. This is where that aftershave stays, and this is where the perfume stays. Aftershave is like a splash, okay, and this one is a spray on 100 ml. And this fragrance in Amazon go for $25 just the perfume, but Bangladesh, good luck finding these. This one, even if you pay $100, you won't find them. So Passion for Man, Elizabeth Taylor, you know who she is. She's a diva, movie star, and she is a legend, okay. And at the back, some information, very retro, very, look at those colors, they fade away, change the color, I believe. And this is kind of like a cheap, looks like a Barbie doll house packaging, isn't it? I'm sorry, I'm just not like trying to make fun or anything, just trying to say what my mind speaks, right? So here is the perfume once again, and I will talk about the aftershave as well. Look at these. These look like straight up from 80s era, right? The Alien movie, Species, or the X-Files. If you are from that era, this reminds me of those. They're kind of similar in color. Reminds me a little bit of Escada magnetism for him, kind of like that. I don't know why. And then you can see through, I think, if you put it against the light, yeah, it's purple color. And you can see, I'm sorry, people are dragging stuff upstairs. So that's that. So let's talk about the perfume, and we'll talk about the aftershave later. Very retro design, nothing modern about it. It looks like a Powerhouse, kind of like a Bogart or something they would make. But I like it. It's pretty simplistic. And the thing is, the cap, plastic. Atomizer, it's funny. Don't even comment, This is from back in the days. This is the most basic atomizer you see, but it's cool, okay? So I have it on the paper for some time. Let's spray this, okay? Sprayer is okay, small burst, not a problem. It does spray and didn't go bad. This is a fragrance, man. I'll tell you one thing. This is a fragrance. It's a straight up classic. It's definitely outdated. At this point, you do not feel this is like outdated in a way that it's not expired, but this DNA, it's so like old school, and it's like so not relevant today among at least young people. Be like, I have Dior Sauvage Elixir. Is that what you're talking about? No, this is big daddy of those. Yeah, Dior Sauvage Elixir is a modern take, or barbershop, something like Tom Ford Boutique Jour. But these are the fragrances. If you like oak moss, yeah, this is a oak moss, heavy, fruity, dark, floral. There are multiple things happening. It's like all together. You don't get single note like pick it up like, oh, florals, cinnamon, honey. No, no, no. This fragrance, everything is mashed together so much. Like you smell all of them together. It's like a powerhouse, a big powerhouse. Performance is so great. First of all, this is a winter baby. This is a fragrance I would say is for men, definitely for men. But if women, you want to rock it, you can. Because the women's one, I like to rock. So you can exchange, you know. So straight up, this is a mature fragrance, okay? I don't like classifying fragrances like by age, but if you are fan of, let's say again, Versace Purhomme, Dior Sauvage, and Mont Blanc, Star Walker Individual, if you're from this particular era or time or this kind of choices, right? This fragrance will not be for you. If you love Drakkar Noir, giving you an example, if you like Givenchy Gentleman, the old batch, if you like Kouros, if you like Ted Lapidus, all those powerhouse that I reviewed, was that there's a few other fragrances I did review like Aramis, right? Yeah, those fragrances, if you're a big fan of, you'll definitely like this one if you can find it. So what I get from this is it's a winter heavy fragrance. Definitely I would not see myself wearing this in a summer day, but nighttime, if it's a little bit rainy and a little bit colder, I think you can pull it off, okay? This one feels opening. It's a kind of like, I don't know why I get a cola vibe, like it's not perhaps an official note, but I get kind of like a cola, fizzy, fruity, dark fruit, not cherry, but there's some sort of dark fruit, spicy cola, okay, in the opening. So that's nice. I mean, let me spray this once more. I love the opening of this stuff. Okay, and let's go heavy because I want to smell that opening top note. The funny thing is, this fragrance did not go bad. If you see the box, I didn't check out the batch code or anything, but this is pretty old. Where I found it, it was lying there, it was like lying there with heavy dust on it, and I just took it. They didn't know the value of it. Probably they're gonna throw it away or something like it, right? So, man, when I smell it, it reminds me of one fragrance. I'll tell you something funny. Okay, there's a La Nuit de l'Homme flanker. I have to show you. Hold on. Yeah, I was looking because last time when I was planning to review this, I wanted to show this fragrance, but I forgot it today. But this is the fragrance I was talking about. La Nuit de l'Homme. It's collecting dust a little bit. Le Perfume. This is a very dark take on La Nuit de l'Homme, and many people do not know about this. They like La Nuit de l'Homme, now Blue Electric, the original, and this Blue Electric, those kind of fragrances. But this is actually one of my favorite La Nuit de l'Homme flankers because this one has spices and got this heavy fruits, bit dark, fruity, and I mean like more intensified La Nuit de l'Homme for me. This is more mature. So that's more modern version of this in the opening, like the fruity aspect of it, really, really nice. I mean, like, am I spelling the right one? Oh, sorry, this one. So basically, if you like one man show line, it has oak moss in it. If you like oak moss, this is an oak moss heavy fragrance. Nowadays, you see Francesca Bianchi or some other houses, I think Manuel Cross, what's his house name? I forgot the house name. But nowadays, people are going back to oak moss. This one smells like not real oak moss, but it's pretty heavy. I mean, it's, I think, perhaps pre-reformulation era. So Ted Lapidus, if you like that Kouros, you'll like this. But this one has a class about it. I remember Al Pacino in Scarface once again. He can be wearing this when he's not in a violent mood. Okay, just imagination, right? Perhaps he's not taking out his huge gun and shooting like, say hello to my little friend. That's not the mood. Maybe perhaps he's not fighting with Michelle Pfeiffer, right? What's her name? Michelle Pfeiffer, right? The actress, yes. He's just chilling, he's like playing with her. Remember that bit, if you see the movie, like he's taking her out to buy a car or pick her up with that big Cadillac, and she's like, I am not going in that ugly thing, like the pink car, right? And that time he's like dancing a little bit, trying to impress her, that was a pretty awesome movie, by the way. It's a masterpiece. So that Al Pacino, this is the fragrance, man. It's a manly man fragrance, that 70s, 80s disco era. Definitely, it smells like my uncle back in the days. It's like a manly man, like chest hair and all that. Not a man who's shaven or waxed and all that. Definitely not. Perhaps Baywatch era when David Hasselhoff was the man, right? So this is kind of like that, so Steven Seagal, those kind of mature men, Harrison Ford, they will be like this. So it's for me, when I smell this, I imagine immediately like a actor in 50s, 60s, Sean Connery. This is a very macho butch fragrance, So despite all that, there's a harshness of it in the opening, but the dry down goes really nice. The oak moss is there. There's a little bit of carnation, floral. It stays a little bit powdery. I think there's lavender, perhaps. I'm not quite sure, but there's some sort of citrus, So cinnamon, perhaps. So it's a spicy, powdery, masculine, not very animalic, but that oak moss gives that hint of animalic touch. So I really like it. If you go 4 to 5 sprays, it's quite adequate for one night. But I didn't find it like super beast mode. It's not like 10 hours. It did not last on me, but it does have good push 6 to 7 hours, right? So this is the fragrance for Elizabeth Taylor's Passion for Men. You can definitely try it if you find it somewhere. This is basically a very the word is outdated, nowadays perhaps it's out of fashion, but perhaps this will come back, like the trend of jeans happens, like bell bottom, like loose ones, they go away, they come back, right? Tight jeans, go away, come back. This may come back, but this is a straight up classic, so no need to rate it. Very nice. Powerhouse. So just finished the talk with the aftershave. This is the aftershave. Yeah, the aftershave is also on the paper, but this is basically a very tame version of the perfume, and it's a little bit sweeter, Let me do this. You have to do it like that. Okay, take a little bit. Okay. I don't shave anymore. I haven't shaved in like I think 6-7 years because I grow my beard, I trim and all that. But if you shave, perhaps you can kind of like do a combo. Use that as a fragrance and use that as an aftershave. Nice little combo. This is very sweet. It's like kind of like you take it and you splash, It's not meant to be very strong. So it's kind of sweeter. I think there's a lavender, there's some sort of citruses in there, but also got that similar DNA of that, but much more toned down. There's no oak moss in this. It's also masculine, but a little bit sweet, kind of like a, like around 35-40 plus men's aftershave. You can try this also. So it's a nice little package. If you buy it together, it's a good little package. You can buy these like anywhere for a good price. Try them out, okay? I think you will not be regretting if you're a vintage collector. Thank you very much for watching. I think that's the review. Hopefully, I'm very happy, like just talk about a legend always. It's always an honor, right? Have a nice day. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.